exciting new 3D printed blasters, Hasbro braces for bad weather, and the hobby digs deeper into the Bungieverse.
I'm Grim.
I'm Vile Mods.
And I'm KT of Family Foam Sport.
We are your hosts, all that and more in episode 47 of the Foam News Collective. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and let's dive right into the news.
A new article from the Wall Street Journal outlines efforts by Hasbro to prepare for the possibility of increased US import costs on goods from China and elsewhere. Although the already embattled corporation has joined much of the toy-making industry in efforts to move manufacturing out of China for nearly a decade, as tariffs have continuously increased, they have faced difficulties in doing so. According to the article, Hasbro's assembly process remains less automated than many other industries, forcing them to train a new workforce every time they move their manufacturing hub. As the toy giant continues to lay off staff and change products in order to cut costs, the company says it is on track to meet its cost reduction targets, but with former Wizards of the Coast head Chris Cox at the helm, and Magic the Gathering becoming Hasbro's first billion-dollar brand, we may start to see shifts in the company's priorities.
The fellowship of SillyShell blasters is ever growing, and now you have Sillybutts Axe. Battleaxe is a pump-action 3D printed SillyShell shotgun with an internal box magazine. This behemoth is compatible with most varieties of SillyShells, perfect for taking care of special zombies in HVZ. Because of the magazine geometry, it doesn't work with any shell where the darts stick out beyond the end of the shell. Battleaxe has a wide array of configurations with a multitude of spring options, 4 grip choices, 5 different stock mounts, and an internal mag configuration ranging from 3 to 7 shells. Currently, files are available on Sillybutts' printable page, with hardware kits and 3D prints available from Silver Fox Industries and Out of Darts. For more information, visit the links in the description.
If you attended Dr. Flux's workshop at Oktoberfest, in addition to getting a sweet Domochevsky blaster, you got to check out, and maybe even take home, a prototype of Luchathor's Yolo Magwell mod kit for the Dart Zone Solo Pro. If you weren't one of the Lucky 5 raffle winners, you can now buy the finished kit from Out of Darts. Reusing the original barrel and requiring no shell cutting, the Yolo works with most standard Talon magazines, and its 3D printed RAM reduces dead space to maximize performance. When the amazing blaster that Vile built for me jammed at the final stand at Stalking Dead, my prototype Yolo kept me alive until the final seconds of the game. The finished version includes durability improvements, including thicker walls and more hardware reinforcement on the slide. Check it out at the Out of Darts website, link in the description.
When folding isn't an option, it's best to come prepared for a firefight, and it seems multiple designers agree. Last episode, we had Silver Fox Industries with the opening shot releasing printable half-dart cylinder files for the Nerf Ace of Spades, and now we have a duo of additional options for you. 3D designer TW300 has released files for a plethora of variants of the cylinder, with half-dart cylinders still in the experimental phase. Currently, their 2 completed cylinders are for a replica version of the stock cylinder, as well as a version with smooth sides. The latter version requires no support while printing, but can occasionally get stuck, with the replica version feeding fine but potentially needing support depending on printer tuning. If light mag is more your fancy, or you don't want to print your own, XFox Games is now selling printed replacement cylinders in packs of 2 for $17 United States dollars. These PLA cylinders are lighter skeletonized variants, coming in an array of colors for you to choose from.
Flygonial has released the Voidrunner, a chopped and spliced remix of the Freerunner by Chance. One of Voidrunner's key features is a redesigned grip to allow for comfortable use of larger 3S 1000 mAh packs with an XT30. It also sports Roboman's 32.5mm aluminum flycore cage, along with Turbo Ranger mini flywheels, also a Chance design. Flygonial debuted the Voidrunner at Oktoberfest's 2024 King of the Hill tournament, with Fang revamps and the Twistlock Inline B car included in the file set. He was able to achieve HVZ-friendly performance on 2S for the Stalking Dead, and bump it up to 3S to get very consistent mid-150s for the tournament. As designed, the Voidrunner should accept Worker Hurricane, Kuriaka Pulsar, or Band Blaster's Banshee Jr. flywheels. For anyone wanting to mull over Flygonial's accuracy or chrono data, you can find them along with Voidrunner files on his printables page linked down in the description.
3D designer Brooklyn Tony has released 2 new designs to expand on the options available to mod your Adventure Force Aeon Pro X. If you use Chance's midlock mounting system, check out his midlock compatible mount for either side of the Aeon where the rail normally sits, with no blaster disassembly required for installation. He also has made an alternative version for his Aeon DMR stock mount. This alternative adds a sling point, perfect for carrying your blaster around your favorite HVZ. Links as always in the description.
The brushless scene has been spreading across the hobby in recent years, and 404 just released the Amoeba into the waters. This organism has been in development for over a year and a half and had its beta shakedown at 2024's Maryland Foam Tournament. A quick overview shows multiple controller boards and flywheel options, Eli's Neutron Solenoid, and Kelly Industries Brushless Plus motors. While builds like this are much more advanced than your standard brush motor builds, 404 has included a ton of documentation, covering wiring diagrams for different controller boards, power circuits, different firmware options, and even a bill of materials with links to various vendors and pricing for all the parts and hardware needed. If you'd like to get your pseudopods on these files and look over the documentation, be sure to check out 404's printable page, linked down in the description.
You ever wonder why we're here?
You know, Caboose, I used to not
Wait, news. That's right. Hot off the print beds is Foamblasted's new design, the M6G SCRB-V. Sure to catch the eye of the nostalgic. The SCRB-V is a slide-action, angled talon-fed stringer, one of multiple SCRB line stringers by Foamblasted, but his first one based on a classic video game weapon. No word as to whether or not you can cross-map someone on Blood Gulch, as there is no listed metrics for FPS, but you can expect performance comparable to other stringer blasters. Check out the files at the link in the description.
SillyShells have become a popular platform for newer blasters, but carrying them in your loadout can be tricky. So Boomstick is going full commando with his new SillyShell Bandolier. Custom made from 2-inch nylon webbing, 1.5-inch elastic bands, and nylon thread, this bandolier gives you a durable way to carry 36 shells or Mega XL darts. At the base of the bandolier, Boomstick has also added a square of Velcro to hold your favorite morale patch while running your SillyShell blaster. If the shells aren't for you, but you still love the blasters, then check out Sillybutts' new add-on for the Wildstyle blaster that allows users to attach locking barrels from Out of Dart's Little Rocket system. With the recent open release of the Little Rocket lug on Out of Dart's printables page, this makes the Wildstyle very versatile indeed. Whether you're adding shells to your loadout or subtracting them, links for everything will be down in the description.
CRNerf is joining up with Kern County Foam Flingers to hold an ugly sweater contest in the month of December. Send your picks to cedarrapidsfoamdartclub@gmail.com for consideration. Finalists will be posted to Facebook and Instagram for voting, and the winner will receive a modded Perseus. Although anyone can enter, the winner of the Perseus will be selected from within the US. May the worst sweater win.
The Oahu Nerf Entertainment Club in Hawaii will be hosting a high FPS night at the Pups of War Arena in the Pearl Ridge Center Mall. The event will take place on November 30th of 2024 with a 6:30 p.m. setup time and gameplay from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. This high FPS event is an opportunity for anyone to field whatever blasters they've made or modified for high-octane foam flinging combat, or bring along your favorite stock blasters and get sneaky. All players are advised to bring their personal safety goggles or paintball mask for the event. Tickets are $25. Links to the promotional video with event details will be down in the description.
Aeon Armory, known for their work tracking and encouraging new innovations in high-power blasting with their world record competitions, is launching a new series of modding competitions which they're calling Blaster Build Battles. Focused on performance modifications and tuning, the first one will focus on the recently announced worker Kunlun bolt-action Springer. Modders can't open up their blasters until the 1st of December and must finish work by the end of the month of May. Winners will be chosen based on Joule's average with standard deviation as a tiebreaker. The winner will receive a prize pool including a free 31K blaster from Moose Mod Shop, Curb's Aeon Armory stickers, and a rock and some grass clippings from Taffy. For the full rules and more information, join the Aeon Armory Discord at the link in the description.
Pack your bags and get ready for the Foam Invaders Challenge by TNT Events and Nerf Singapore. The Foam Invaders Challenge is a 3-day blaster event starting on May 23rd, 2025 in Singapore, meant to bring players together from top teams across the globe to compete against Singapore's Nerf community. Day 1 features a CQB low-light battle with tracer rounds. Day 2 features a Hold the Hill tournament, a special Singaporean twist on King of the Hill, and Day 3 rounds off the weekend with casual play on one of Singapore's iconic maps. So save up for your tickets, and expect more information soon on this exciting international event by a pair of great organizers.
Nerf's first blaster in the Fortnite line in many months is the Frenz Forever, a printed body reskin of the 6SH revolver. Based on the rare Frenz Forever weapon skin from Season 6 of the game, it features cartoony images of Cuddle Team leader Meowscles, Fishstick, and Peely. Deadman's Foam has released 2 new parts for the Dart Zone Venom Pro, one to make it bigger and another to make it smaller. The Racer Grip is a shortened version of his Gaboon grip that lets the mag itself be the handle, and the ASP prototype muzzle offers an extended battery tray and front sling point. Bacon Creations has released version 2.0 of his DCAR design, a centering device that uses washers instead of more expensive bearings. The new version offers additional configurations, but the most significant change is the move to a TPU printed friction sleeve for attachment in place of O-rings. According to Out of Darts, the consistency of workers' dart manufacturing may be improving based on comparison of recently shipped darts to older ones, but there's no official word from Worker on any changes to their process, nor enough data to make a conclusive statement. Over the last few years, many competitive players have leaned on Dart Zone for darts due to inconsistent worker darts that sometimes required individual dart tests while loading. Head Cheese has released a beta version of their first blaster design on printables, the Side Pod, an angled talon mag-in grip pistol. The designer is seeking feedback on the design and documentation, so if you're up to it, head on over to their page and check it out.
My community crosshairs honed in on Longhorn, a dual-barrel smart flywheeler built by Logan and Andrew. This glorious blaster was built as a class project and is chock full of features. Not only that, it was all done in 8 weeks. This marvel is a solenoid, dual mag, brushless smart blaster made from the ground up with even CNC flywheels. Well done is an understatement. If you want to know more, check out their write-up on the project. They'll do the whole endeavor much more justice than I ever can. And that's all for the news. A massive thank you as always to our contributors, Ko-Fi subscribers, and Discord moderation team. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know what you think down in the comments. Be sure to tune in to next week with our podcast with Siren Designer and Flywheel Aficionado Band Blasters. If you'd like to support us further, be sure to check out our merch store or consider subscribing to our Ko-Fi. Thanks for watching.
Bum, ba-da-bum, ba-ba-bum. Struggling with getting this freaking thing, I swear. Who's up, oozing on they nader, oozinating everywhere.
For nearly a decade, as tariffs have continued.
3D designer Brooklyn Tony has released 2 new designs to expand on the options available to mod your Aeon Force.
Oh, I got a scratch in my throat halfway through that, and I was trying so hard to get through it. I was like, no, I'm doing good.
To a TPU printed fiction sleeve. It's a fake sleeve, it's made up. TPU printed friction sleeve for attachment in place of O-rings. Sleeve for attachment in place of O-rings. To a TPU printed friction sleeve for a Aeon. You'd think I own the jersey, I'd know how to pronounce it. But no. Curbs Aeon. Dang it.
Be sure to tune in to next week for our podcast with Siren Designer and Flywheel Aficionado and Band Blasters. Be sure to tune. Damn.